Is your first game of the day your best game? Or is it your worst game? For most players, it's their worst game, and that sets a negative tone for the entire day. Whether you're a casual player or a seasoned pro, you want to get out of the gate fast and stop wasting time. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do to play your best from the minute your feet hit the court. Hey everybody, my name is CJ Johnson, and together with my partner Tony Roy, we help players of all ages live their best lives on and off the pickleball courts. I see this happen at the courts all the time. Perhaps you're guilty of doing this. You get to the courts, your friends are waiting, you hit a couple of dinks, and all of a sudden someone's calling out 0-0-2. You miss a few shots, give away a couple of points, and all of a sudden your confidence wanes and you spend the next several games trying to analyze what went wrong. If you want to play your best from the time you hit the courts to the time you leave, you need to spend a few minutes getting your body and mind ready to play. In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to get physically warmed up so you can play your best. Most players underestimate the significance of a warm-up. That's your time to get your body and your mind ready to play. Without warm-up, cold muscles risk the chance of injury. It is difficult for your brain to think strategically. And if you don't warm up and you're rushed, it's hard to maintain your focus and stay agile throughout the game. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to spend just a few minutes to get ready to play your best from the moment you hit the court. In this video, we're going to focus on getting your body ready to move. So I'm a big fan of killing two birds with one stone. Now, one thing you want to do before you start moving around the court is elevate your heart rate, or think of it like huffing and puffing. A great way to do that is, if there's a distance from the parking lot to the court, is walk purposefully, walk as fast as you can, or perhaps a light jog. If you don't have that, what you could do is on a court or around the court or even on the sides, you could just simply start by moving laterally to get your heart rate elevated. You could move laterally. Another one of my favorite drills is just pick a line and go forward and back over the line. As your body starts to warm up, increase the pace. But think huffing and puffing. Once you're there, then you're ready to do some dynamic stretching. In these 5 dynamic stretches, we are going to focus on getting your major muscle groups ready to play. And we're going to use the same type of motion, either a circle or a hinge. So we're going to start at the very top. Let's start with those shoulders. Put your hands out in front of you, point your fingers, and what we want to do is go up and around, drawing as large of a circle as we possibly can. So we're going to take that forward, and some players may be able to draw a very large circle. Other players may have more limited shoulder mobility and only be able to draw a small circle. Either one is okay. This should never be painful. Once you've gone forward, then turn around and go backward. Okay, so that's your shoulders. Keeping with the circles theme, I want you just to make a simple fist, and now we're going to circle both of our wrists. So we'll circle out, and then after a few circles, we will circle in. And again, you can make a fist, you could put a finger out, see how large a circle that you can draw, but draw as large a circle as you can without causing any joint pain. Whoa, you know, I decided to spin myself around a couple of times to understand how some of you may be feeling with all that advice that you get from other players at your courts. If you're ready to stop spinning around and learn it right the first time, click the link in the description. You'll get your free beginner guide and video course. Now we need to get our core ready to warm up. We want to stand with our feet a little wider than shoulder width apart, kind of a very soft knee. Now, if you happen to have a little vertigo, you're going to want to be careful with this exercise. You may want to avoid it. You may just want to pick a stationary object as you do it. But what I want you to start to do is just like almost think of a circular motion of your shoulders. And right now my feet are just kind of flat. I'm getting some rotation here in my spine. I'm trying to open up both my spine and my core. As you start to feel a little bit more loose, you can let your feet, notice my feet now, I'm picking up my feet off the ground, and I'm just allowing my arms to swing around my body to help and open up my back and my spine. Next, we want to open up the lower back, the hip joints, as well as the hamstring. So what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to clasp your hands behind you. You want to pull your shoulder blades down and back. You want to have a very straight line with your back, and get your hands just a little bit away from your bottom. Don't rest them on your bottom, get them a little away from your bottom. What we're going to do now with a relatively straight leg, maybe a little flex in the knee, is we are going to bend forward from the hip joint. So we're pushing the butt backwards until we get to a maximum of parallel to the ground. Now you may be stopping short of this, but I never want this to drop and relax and to go forward from this. I simply want you to get to parallel to the ground. And then as you come back up, it's a feeling like you're taking your cheeks and you're squeezing them together to lift yourself back up. That's your hamstrings, or the big muscles in the back of your leg. And we use those a lot in pickleball. So I'm loosening up the hamstrings as well as the hips and the lower back with that exercise. We're continuing to move down the body now to our knee joints. And knees, while they can move in a circular motion, they're more of a hinge joint. So what you might want to do is find something to hold on to. If you don't need anything to hold on to, this is great practice for your balance as well. But feel free to hold on to something. And all I want to do here is just simply move my leg backward and forward. Just to feel, I'm feeling like I'm oiling up the knee joint, getting the knee joint ready to move. The last major joint that we want to get ready to move then is our ankle joint. So what you want to do is stand, and again, if you need a little help with your balance, that's fine. Stand and bring the toe up. And what we're going to do here is focusing on the ankle motion. I want to roll, make big ankle circles. So we've continued to circle all the way down. And when you've circled one way, then go back and circle in the other direction. Just like with the knee, make sure that you do both legs. There you go. 5 exercises, 5 major joints using circles all the way down. Now, if you'd like a little longer warm-up video, click this link for another video right over here. And if you would like a downloadable stretching guide to print off and take to the courts with you, click this link down here or in the show notes. Because together, we can train smart, live bold, and age well.